Yo, what is up, everybody? Welcome back to a brand new unboxing video. It is indeed your Kenyan boy, BHE Frankenstein, and today we have an interesting piece here to unbox. We're going to be looking at the Anker Soundcore Space 1 Pro headphones, and you can see on the box it has been written high-res audio, and then high-res wireless audio, and it's been written on the box 40 to 60 hours of playtime, and it has Adaptive ANC 30, and the box is also written super foldable, super quiet, and the box also has the Space 1 Pro, and you can see it's written by Anker, so you can see all of that info right there on the box, and you can see the sticker there, and then on top of the sticker where my finger is, it says by Anker. And then at the back it gives you a little bit more detailed description of the headphones, and then on the side here you can see how much I paid for them. You can see the price there, and then on the other side it shows you some more detailed info of the headphones. So on the side it's written extra forward mic, and then it says expanded chamber, upgraded algorithm, and high sensitivity driver, and then stage 4 has been written noise cancelling system targets and cancels out there, go noise in real time based on your dynamic movements. And then over here it's written ultra fast charging. If you put it to charge for 5 minutes you get 8 hours of playtime, and then it has 5 levels of transparency, and then you have multi-point connection, and then when you do download the Soundcore or the Anker app you can be able to manage and mess around with the EQ or presets for your headphones. So it says stay focused with 4 exclusive stages of noise cancelling system, enjoy effects of on-the-go listening with innovative foldable designs, and distorted sound via customized drivers, crystal clear calls via 4 mic AI algorithm, and power that lasts for days, 40 hours of battery life if you're using ANC mode, and 60 hours of battery life if you're using ANC mode off. So we're gonna head and open up the box, and this is what I'll be using, my QSOL DAT that I got recently from QSOL. I'll just call it the Frankenstein Generation 1 barrel, or the Frankenstein Generation 1 DAT that I got custom made by QSOL. So it's a DAT that you won't get anywhere else. You will just get it via the QSOL website, or even if you go to the website you won't get it because it's just one piece made for one individual person to their specific design and liking. So the box does have the magnetic side, so once you pull the tab you get the magnetic side, and then this is how the box looks. And then you can see inside we do have some detailed information written about the headphones, and you have some QR code you can scan. I believe that is to download the Anker app and everything, and you can see the headphones. I decided to go with black. There was black and cream. I decided to go with black because cream would definitely get a lot dirty a lot more quick. So we'll just pull them out of the box slowly. We don't want to damage anything, so this is how the headphones look out of the box. You can see the ear cushion or the ear cup is very soft, and I don't think it would put a lot of pressure on your ear over extended periods of usage. And you can see the hinge is indeed flexible, so it can rotate a bit, and which means you can fold it for an easy design when traveling, so it becomes something very tiny when traveling. It would be good if they included a case in the bag, but once you fold it, it becomes something very small and something very handy. And I think you can also adjust when you pull the sides. You can adjust the level depending on how big your head is. Generally I have a big head, so I would adjust it to the full adjustment level, if that is an English word. And then inside the box they've said you will get your USB-C cable and you will get an aux cable. So let's just go ahead and check for that. So I'm trying to see how. Okay, so there's this tab at the bottom here, so that's your place where they keep your accessories. So you can see at the bottom over here where my finger is, this white box is where your accessories are. So we're just gonna pull them out and then we close the main box. But on the main box it's written switch between noise cancelling and transparency mode, and you have your controls on the side of the ear cups for volume up, volume down, the next track, the previous track, and then play and pause. So you've been given all those instructions straight out of the box. And we'll also be doing a sound test and see how it sounds compared to my previous headphones that I was using, the Audio-Technica M50X. Actually, it's not the M50, it was the ATH M20X. And here you do get your carrying case. So I said that they don't have a pouch, but I was wrong. They do have a small pouch that you can use when traveling, but I would prefer the small hard plastic case that you put your headphones inside, and it's very sturdy. This one will give your headphones protection, but I believe it's going to be the slightest of protection. But it is good that they've included the travel bag or the case for protection. And you do have your QR codes here, and they've written you can scan the QR codes for the full guide if you want to get the guide on the website, if you don't want to read this book, this small book. And you have been given your Type-C to USB-A male cable. So this, I believe you can use it for charging, but nowadays most cables that are coming are USB-C, so you don't need to worry about anything. And then we have been given a very tiny 2.5 millimeter jack. It's not a long one, but this is what we're going to be using to connect our headphones, probably to your phone, your PC, or your laptop, or your iPhone or your iPod, depending if your device still uses this kind of pins, because nowadays this kind of technology is becoming extinct. So you have to buy adapters that will work with your specific device. For me, I already have the USB to aux adapter, so I don't need to change anything. So I'm just going to open up this cable and I'm going to see the length of it. They've not indicated on the box how long the cable is, but it's not very long. You can just get a customized braided aux cable for better sound quality, in my opinion. But this is how long the cable is. You can see it's I think it's 1.5 meters, so you can see how long it is. I think it's just a 1.5 meter cable. It's not that long, but it will get the job done. And if you want to use it on your sound card, you can get these 2.5 to 4.5 millimeter jack adapters. You just plug it in at the back and then plug it into your sound card, and you can amplify the sound if you would like to amplify the sound. And let's look at the overall. So here you can see that we have like some this is, I think, open. I think this is an open back headphone, because I think we can see some small holes over here where my fingers lie. You can see some holes there, and then on the sides you do have your button. We have our power button, and then we have our ANC button. It's labeled right there, noise cancelling, and then the power button is here, and then you have your Type-C cable. I'm not sure if you can get power delivery and sound through Type-C, but we'll check on that and see if we can get that. And then we have the stickers here on the side that we can peel. I don't know if you're supposed to peel them off, but I believe that they should come off. I think they're just for protection when shipping, to ensure the sides of the headphones don't get any scratches. So I think it's just a good idea to peel them off. So it's just like a thin roll of tape to protect the sides of the headphones, I believe, when shipping. And the hinge is a bit wobbly, so I'd suggest you be careful on how you're holding your headphones so as not to break the hinge and damage a good pair of audio equipment. So this is how it looks, and then you have your Soundcore logo there, and you also have it on this side. So on the right side is where you have your volume control and play and pause button, and then on the left side is where you have your noise cancelling button and your power button. So I'm gonna plug it in via aux cable and see and hear how it sounds, and I'm gonna give you a review of the sound quality. So I'll just go ahead. I don't know if it works offline or online, because there are some newer headphones with the newer technology which work with the aux cable when the headphones are turned on. So I'm gonna test that and see if it works with the headphones turned off, or the headphones must be powered on for it to work. So I just get my aux cable and plug it in until you hear the click, and then I go ahead and plug this right directly into my sound card, and then I play a random song that I know doesn't have copyrights, because we don't want to get any copyright strikes on our videos. So I just adjust. So the headphones feel pretty sturdy, and the ear cups, like I mentioned, they're very soft and squishy, so it's not going to put a lot of strain on your ears, and since it's soft, you're not going to feel a lot of pain as compared to other headphones that do have the very hard ear cups. So we're just gonna head and play a song, and then after the song we're gonna give a final review of the overall sound quality of the headphones. So let's just go ahead and open a song, and then we'll be able to hear the sound quality of the audio coming out of the headphones. So I believe these ones, I think I need to turn the headphones on. So I'm just pressing the power button, and I've turned them on. So let me go to the audio settings on the PC and enable the sound card, and then we can be able to hear the audio. So we can do a test and see if both speakers are working on the headphones, and we can confirm that both speakers are working. And we're going to go into the properties and see what kind of audio it supports. So when we come to the audio tab, we can see that this is the type of audio it supports. You can see you can choose between 44 CD quality and 44 100 hertz studio quality. So the best setting, in my opinion, would just be to set it to 44 hertz studio quality, and then you put the spital sound if you have it, or you choose what you have. I have the lifetime license for Dolby Atmos, so I'll just choose Dolby Atmos for Windows, and that's just about the most basic settings you can get for your headphones. And let's go ahead and play a song and hear the audio. I'm going to put the volume at 50%, so I don't want it being too loud. It's just too crisp. So just gonna play a song, and then I'll give my final overview of the headphones. So the audio coming out of the headphones is very good. So right now the audio is at 50%. Let's increase it gradually and see the kind of audio that we're getting from it as we gradually increase the volume. So from the audio we've had, and that was the sound coming directly from the headphones and connected to the sound card, and generally the audio I would say is pretty nice. It's pretty solid and it's pretty clear, but I think you can get more out of your headphones when you do download the Anker app and mess around with custom EQ presets. But overall the headphones are nice. I like the color of the headphones, and the ear cups, like I've said, they're very soft, so you won't get strain on your ears after wearing the headphones for long periods of time or extended periods of time. So my thoughts and opinions is that this is a solid headphone, and you can, if you have the back, you can go and pick it up. It's a really solid buy, and I would say it's a really solid investment. It's a very good piece of audio equipment. I know my video might not be the best out there, but I would recommend that you go and check out Mr. Who's the Boss. I believe he did a very great and better review than I have done. But with that being said, it has been your Kenyan boy BHG Frankenstein with the review of the Anker Soundcore Space One Pro headphones. And with that being said, I will catch all of you in the next one. And if you're new to the channel, don't forget to drop a free like on the video and a free subscription to the channel, as it does help out and support the channel at no additional extra cost to yourself. And that being said, I'll catch all of you in the next one, and peace out.